Now, as per the government consumption data, Indians are spending less on food, particularly on staples like rice and wheat, and they are actually spending more on the discretionary items such as the processed food, as well as durables like television sets and fridge. The Household Consumption Expenditure Survey has estimated an average rural consumer spending rose to 3,773 rupees per month per person for 12 months through July from 1,430 in the previous survey in 2011-2012. So that's the big revelation that has come from the NSSO survey that has made a comparison of the consumer expenditure from 2011-2012 to 2022-23, and this goes on to show that the urban expenditure, consumer expenditure has increased to a percentage of 40 above, while the rural consumer expenditure has also increased considerably. Mithali Nikore on the telecast. Mithali, first of all, the indicator that the per capita consumer expenditure also reflects that an individual's per capita income has also risen considerably.
Yes, absolutely. Today I just received a copy of the Household Consumption Survey, 22-23. And for a long time, all of us in the community have been looking forward to this, for this survey to come out. And, I want to point out a few data points which are very, very relevant that are coming out from the survey. If we look at the average monthly per capita expenditure in the urban areas, in the top, categories, 95 to 100%, category of income, essentially, the average consumption expenditure is almost 20,000 per month, and that's the top category for the urban, consumer. And this shows you how far we've come, in the last 10 years, how much the expenditure has increased. Even the consumption basket has become very diverse, especially in urban areas. But what is the revelation is that even in rural areas, the top consumption category is spending almost 10,000 rupees a month. And this just shows you that at the household level, how much the purchasing power of India is going up, not only in the cities, but also in rural areas.
Right, absolutely. Mithali, also a quick reference to the percentage increase that has been witnessed in the urban areas of the country and more importantly, the rural areas of the country. Now, this is a comparison that has been made of the last 10 years. Should the comparison, first of all, is the aggregated increase that has been witnessed in the spending of the people living in rural areas is reflective, and should that increment be seen as a figure that gives us encouraging signs of the economy growing, or is the comparison and the increase that has been witnessed in 2022-2023 in relation to 2011 and 12, is it a fast growth? Is it a slow growth? Is it in comparison to what was expected?
So I think that there's a little bit of a mixed picture here. I mean, some of it is, of course, attributable to inflation, right? Because obviously the data is not in real terms, it's in nominal terms. So it will, of course, all of us will have to take a little bit of an effort and calculate the real increase. But I would say that more than 90% of the increase is actually explained by the increase in actual consumption, not only inflation. So that is definitely a sign of the improved prosperity across the board. But it is very evident that the spending patterns that we are seeing in the bottom 5 or 6 categories have grown much lower than the top category. So it is showing us that definitely there is a sign of little bit of increase in inequality, and that's good that we have the data now, because then we can actually take efforts to ensure more and more transfers to the bottom categories and ensure that there is a spread of the prosperity of the country.
Right.
It is also that, sorry, I just want to complete this. I think it is also that it is attributable to government welfare programs. Over the last decade and especially post-COVID, we have seen that there's a consistent program to distribute rice, wheat, etc., under the PMGKY. So consumption expenditures are also offset by the government schemes for the bottom categories.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.